Hello YouTube, and welcome to one of my pagan perspective based videos. As you can see, I'm wearing something a little different to the last time I did one of these. And yes, my robes are now pure white. As you can see, I've got a beautiful white hood, very, very long. You can't see how long they are, but they are beyond the bottom of the screen there. As you can see, it's the same stuff. And I've got a new necklace, which obviously you can see, which is a new pendant, which is a septagram, which has also got a circle going through it. And then in the circle, if I can bring it a bit closer, you might be able to see there's also a pentagram in it, which I was a bit annoyed about, but I thought, as it's a septagram, and I wear those religiously, if you will, or spiritually, from your point of view, depending on your point of view. Yeah, so you know I always wear one anyway from many of my other videos. That one's close to my heart, and that one's close to my stomach, which you obviously can't see. But so what did I want to do this video about then? Right. Well, what I'm going to tell you. Okay. So first of all, I know that there's this particular virus situation. I do not want to give it a name because it's not a very nice thing, which is obviously some energy of negativity, and I want to keep away from the energies of negativity. I'm really trying to focus more on positivities. I'm not going to give some, that's why I'm not going to name this particular virus. We all know what it is. It's in the news media, it's on the radio, the television news services, the newspapers, YouTube right now, and it's a worldwide phenomenon. It's an epidemic, and governments around the world are trying to do testing people, and there are fortunately some people here who've tested positive. Our current Prime Minister and the heir to the British throne. I don't have to name them. If you watch the news or listen to the news, you will know who they are, even if you're my followers, even if you're not. And well, I suppose on a pagan perspective video, I wanted to kind of this is like a live video I did the other night through Facebook. That was quite frightening doing that live. But even in the pagan community, I want to do this mainly for the pagan community, but also if you're new to paganism, and if you're not, and if you want to know more about it, shall we say. So I thought I would do this video anyway. And basically, I also want you to know, like, if like myself, you live on your own, either in a house or an apartment or flat or an apartment building, or it's also known as flats in the UK. Do not ask me where that slang term name comes from. I have absolutely no idea, but it's just been around for a very, very long time. So, by now you know that I do a lot of pagan-based videos on not just spirituality and spiritual beliefs and other things like that, and spiritual paths and other things, but I've also done some pagan instructional videos, and I'm hoping to do a bit more of a blog thing with regards to me becoming a priest of paganism, and I have recently bought a book on that, a kind of guide of how to be a pagan priest, basically. And yeah, I may not be ordained in the traditional sense, as that book might say, but I am going to be certainly, just doing a bit of research into how maybe I should conduct myself in a more priestly, perhaps, manner, which some things I already know, but it's good to have a refresher course and things like that. But okay, so yeah, main reason why I wanted to do this video was to say that, okay, yeah, there is a bad situation. So there's a lot of negativity around at the moment, and there's things, I've seen in the news and through Facebook and things, so it's a big issue at the moment. But I also wanted to say to you guys, whether you're pagan or, as I say, even if you're an atheist, even if you're religious in some way, whether you're, and now the worldwide religions are at the moment are Baha'i, Buddhist, followers of Islam, which I think you're called Muslims. I hope I pronounced that right, by the way, not to be rude or negative in any way. I'm trying to be as positive as I possibly can, although these are not things I do not believe in. Or Jewish, or even Christian, which obviously a lot of people know that Christianity comes from Judaism. Or you are a Sikh, or Sikh, I don't know what, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right either. Excuse my backside again. That really is, my stomach is really sorting itself out after a good meal. at this particular moment. So obviously I'm sure somebody did probably not want to really know that, but never mind. I just happen to be very good at being a little bit, perhaps maybe too honest, but something perhaps I have to curb in places. And yeah, just to make you feel, to hope provide a kind of a more a light for you guys, if you will, and a brighter outlook on things and a brighter perspective, and also just to again send you guys positivity, plenty of positivity, and let you know that there is a sort of, as the well-known saying goes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because if people in the past could survive the First World War and Second World War, and get through it, I'm sure, with even all the amount of deaths, however many each country separately has had, and it seems that they have all had a lot of deaths through this bad virus, which I said I'm not going to give it a name because that gives it power in a negative way, and I don't want that. And I think a lot of us would rather try and hope there will be a cure for it. So by not naming it, I'm actually not giving it power, and therefore, not only that, I am also giving out positivity and making sure that it will effectively, as some viruses do, and it's supposed to not like the heat, this one, so let's hope that here in the UK in particular, and as the worst of the world goes into spring and summer, although some parts of the world are slightly different when they do that, but let's say the Northern Hemisphere, as it goes into the spring and then further into the summer, as of around about May time, at least certainly in the UK, we will obviously hopefully have much more warmer weather and more beautiful days like we've been having at the moment, and that will hopefully get rid of this particular virus, because apparently it is not supposed to like heat. So yes, a lot of germs, as we know, and bacteria do not actually like heat. Some do not like cold. So but this particular one that we will not name for now, is not supposed to like heat. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that will the more heat we have, particularly in this country and some other countries that are going into spring and summer as well, hopefully that will get the more warmer days will hopefully, the more warmer weather and heat wave that we might have, hopefully will hopefully get rid of it, and that will also obviously help towards people getting better perhaps, and apparently a couple of people have got mild symptoms, so they are self-isolating. If you have to do that, I do feel sorry for you, even if it's for the full free. Now everyone who does not at the moment have what they call an underlying health condition has to do it for 3 weeks, so that was from Monday. That was the advice from the UK, here in the UK, that was the advice from our Prime Minister. And obviously not just him, but his all the health officials, not just in the UK, and the Chief Medical Officer of the United Kingdom, and the Minister of Health, but also I believe the World Health Organization, also known as the WHO for short, WHO. It's the clue in the name is in the name there of the initials and how you spell it. So, which I've just done for you. Also, obviously, yes, I did mention obviously the heir to the oldest heir to the British throne has obviously tested for it, but does have again apparently mild symptoms like the Chief Medical Officer does and the Health Secretary does. So they are all self-isolating, although they may be doing it for the 12 weeks. The 12-week thing for most people in the UK, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I do know about, obviously, as I live here in the UK. Basically, it is 12 weeks if you have, which is about 3 months roughly, if you have any underlying health conditions such as type 1 or 2 diabetes. I'm not trying to name all these horrible other things as well, but any other underlying health condition, and if you're elderly, class is elderly, so 60 plus, and even older than that possibly, but yes, if you're very severely disabled, which I'm not being negative about people like yourselves like that. I'm just helping, try and spread the light, the love, the positivity, the blessings in this troubling time, and trying to keep away the negativity. I'm trying to go bye-bye negativity, and welcoming in and saying hello to the and putting my arms around the lovely positivity. So if you do love on your own like me, and you feel that there's no one else who can help you in the world, I hope that even if you are, as I said, not a subscriber to my channel regularly, and I mean at the moment I believe I'm up to 17 subscribers, so that's not bad. That's kind of a blessing. This is obviously before the current situation hit, really, but I am proud that I'm getting more subscribers. And as I said, the more subscribers, I have said in previous videos and other iterations of other characters I portray, and you will see on the channel sometimes, not all the time. Some of them you will not see at the moment, but when I am me on YouTube now, I am pleased to have the more subscribers that I get. Obviously, I can do more videos, and I will do more videos if you guys want me to, obviously. But I'm hoping to do more videos, not just pagan-based ones, but yeah. And so, as I was saying about people who live on your own like myself, if you really feel that isolated and that kind of cut off, whether you're self-isolating for the full 3 weeks, which is about just under a month, not quite a full month, which is what 4 weeks is. So yeah, so 12 weeks is about and 12 weeks is about 3 months. Sorry. So if you are self-isolating for either of those time periods, whether you're here in the UK or wherever else around the world, as you have to, excuse my stomach again, you have to self-isolate, then please do not, excuse my stomach again, please do not feel that you are alone. As a species, as the human race, we are all in this together. Now, I know some of you obviously out there probably may have pets, so either cats or dogs or rabbits or whatever, but you can make a little bit of a fuss of them, but not too much of a fuss. So no cuddling them and no kissing them, but just a little rub on a little rub of their body or something, but not play with them overly too much. And maybe occasionally a little bit, maybe tidbits or something if you have dogs, because we all know what dogs are like for begging, and we have food. Us humans have food, so yes. But as a whole species, as the human race, we are in this together, and what I would suggest is, even if your country is in a full 100% lockdown and nobody is allowed to go anywhere for this foreseeable, so even if it's longer than 12 weeks, if they decided it's got to be the whole rest of the year, and maybe going into next year a little bit, then please, and I will really stress this, guys, okay? Please follow the advice of all of your governments and all their health, and all your health advisors, and so doctors, nurses, anyone in any sort of medical professional field, whether it's something here in the however your health service works, even if it's a health service where you have to pay for your treatment there and then, or whatever it might be, even if it's the NHS here in the UK, which, if you don't know what the NHS stands for, if you've never come to the UK before, or if you've never had to have any health treatment when you've come to the UK on a tour or a visit or something, then that just stands basically for the National Health Service. And obviously in this modern day and age, a lot of things do get, a lot of terminologies and terms and words and names of companies and things like that, they do get abbreviated to just the first 3 letters of each of the three, or how many other words it may be. So, but yeah, and obviously this is not a negative thing, and we can beat this, guys, and but yeah, just stay safe, obviously, and only especially here in the UK, like the government is saying, only go out if you absolutely have to. So that's like for shopping, and if you're obviously going to help some of your neighbours and things, and do shopping for them if you need them to, or they need you to. But only please do, and then obviously a little bit of exercise here and there, but do keep safe, guys. And obviously don't panic. That's the other important thing. Obviously, is not to panic, and that's what's done a lot of damage particularly here in the UK, in the supermarkets. I don't know if it's the same in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and other places. But if people are going to, when there is negativity like this kind of thing announced, you do not need to. I know it's a human nature to panic, but really it shouldn't be. It should not be human nature, especially in this day and age, to go into a supermarket and buying more stuff than you unnecessarily need. Pardon me, fill up your fridges and your freezers before it got bad as what it is now. That was I'm sorry guys, but that was any of you who have done that. That was really, really stupid. However, that said, obviously now you've got to accept the rules. Now a lot of supermarkets in the UK are saying, one in particular, which is Tesco's. I don't need to name any of the branches in or around Bristol or anywhere else in the UK or worldwide, but they are saying here in the UK, I don't know if it's all supermarkets, but I would assume it is. They're all saying about the distance you need to stay, with the social distancing is it's 2 meters in metric, or in the old imperial, which they still use in America, I believe, and Canada and New Zealand and Australia, I don't know for definite, is 6 foot, which is my height. Well, I'm 6 foot in height. The height, I am 6 foot 0.1, so I'm 6 foot exactly, and then 1 inch by 1 inch, and then over it by 1 inch. Okay, now. And I believe that's 2 meters, point whatever it is, I'm not sure whatever, and so many centimeters, which in the metric apparently that's sometimes, according to some of the dating sites I am on, or dating apps, or what you call them, that is 185 centimeters apparently in metric, which doesn't sound right because it just doesn't sound right. But according to Star Trek, which uses metric as well, even though it's an American TV show and set of series of films now, 6 foot is about 2 meters, so that is right. However, because of what the government is saying about social distancing, and please, guys, do keep the social distancing rule. In my local Tesco today, obviously, it was really, really busy, and people were actually queuing outside the doors to be let in because they have to, it's to keep the social distancing thing, and that includes at the tills, and obviously from pretty much soon, I think a lot of people, I believe the government here also want people to prefer to pay on their card. So if you have a credit or debit card and you do it by and you can obviously here, I don't know, around the world now apparently, you can do it by what they call contactless. And the symbol for that looks very like a Wi-Fi signal, but it's not Wi-Fi. It's just a way of just not paying in cash. Or if you cannot do it by contactless, if you do have to put your card into the machine and put your PIN in, please also do it that way as well. It saves people having to handle cash on the tills. The cashiers, even though they do a great job generally when they have to take your cash off you normally under normal circumstances. But for their safety as well as yours, please try to use your cards, guys, if you can. And of course, although if you're like me and you're used to taking cash out of a cash machine, also when you do that, also wear some safety gloves, like what I've been given by a neighbour of mine. The ones I've been given, which are really good, are actually better because I know they're black, they're not like the blue ones you sometimes see, but they're latex free, so they're really good. Those and obviously those blue ones are obviously latex free as well. I think, or any other color, what they may be, whether it be purple or green or whatever, or turquoise, whatever color the gloves are. But and if you have to get latex safety gloves or cotton safety gloves, I've seen in stores before all this came out. If you can get those as well, any kind of safety gloves that you would want to put in your first aid kit, please wear them when you go. And if you can, try and cover your face, either with if you've got a face mask, or if you can use kind of like a triangular handkerchief kind of thing like that. Yes, it might squish your nose and hurt your nose, and you might have to suffer with a slightly damaged and sore nose by the time you get home. But yeah, do try and cover up as well, guys. I know it sounds really negative, but actually it's going to be really positive and it's going to have a really good effect. Yeah, and I know clubs and pubs and restaurants and cafes and bars and all those kind of places are closing at the moment, but that's not to say that we're not all 100% healthy and we're not a good nation here. But it's for your safety, the safety of the staff who work in those places. And obviously to help stop, of course, as they've said, of this particular virus, stop the spread of this particular virus. So, I mean, if you do find yourself, unfortunately, coming down with any of the symptoms of it, even if they are mild, please do, again, self-isolate, guys, because it will really help stop anyone else potentially catching it. So, yeah, and just keep focusing, guys, and just be positive, and I hope you can all see the light at the end of the tunnel. And don't, I know it's a scary thing at the moment, and, granted, everybody will, panic is there's nothing you can do to stop panicking and having fear. Having said that, try to control the fear. Don't let the fear control you. It's like, because obviously fear is an emotion. So, if you can control, or if you find ways of controlling your emotions, then you can control this one as well, which is fear. And the best way to do that is actually embrace it, not for too long, but long enough so you can feel it, and then feel it for about a good 15-20 minutes, roughly, maybe during a meditation session or something like that. But yeah, just obviously not feel it too long, and then once you felt it, you can kind of control it and move on, because by embracing the emotions, you can control them. This is what I've personally found in my journey since beginning paganism back in 2010, so it was about 10 years ago, roughly now. Well, it will be this August, roughly. Yes, it will be about, so yeah, it'll be about 10 years that I've been pagan for, and yeah. So yes, and just stay positive, stay safe, and be kind to each other, spread more positivity, try to spread a lot less negativity, guys, because with the way the current situation is, nobody, even when it's not this, even when this situation has all kind of, I want to say calm down, but I don't think that's right, but or the term blown over, but I still again do not think that's right. But when everything has got a little bit maybe back to a normal-ish kind of way of life, if you will, and a little bit more, a bit more relaxed, let's say, because that seems to be the right word for now. And when things do relax a wee bit or a little bit, then maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody, then we can, be a bit more less, so we can do less, by then we'll hopefully be able to do less social distancing, and the laws, the current, I'm going to call them temporary laws, will perhaps be relaxed a little bit, and, we can get a bit more closer to people and things, and we'll be able to go about our normal lives as though this is, this is not a big thing. Yes, it is a big thing at the moment, but I'm saying, in the future somewhere, hopefully we'll get to a point where if we keep to the rules of all that kind of thing, then like with going shopping only say once a week, or every fortnight, if that's what you are used to doing, do it that way, or whatever, however often you need to go shopping. Obviously keep it to a maximum of a week, or a minimum, actually I should say, of a week. And if you have to go out to a supermarket, if you don't need too much, try not to go to a supermarket too often, and at least try and maybe go to, if you have some off licenses or some news agencies, just go around to local shops and try and shop locally as well, because that will obviously help as well. Obviously, but again, when you do go out, cover up as best you can. Even if you cannot cover your face, at least cover your hands, or vice versa, because again, this will help stop the spread of this particular virus, and obviously that will help. And obviously, I am quite hopeful that hopefully worldwide there will be a vaccine, there will be a cure. So those who've already got it and have not as of yet died from it, really fingers crossed they do not die from it, because it's a nasty virus to die from, as I understand. But hopefully those who've got it as well will also be able to be given the vaccine as well, so it will make them, help them heal and be much healthier before they caught it. And anyone who has not caught it, we can be vaccinated against it, and we will never ever catch it again, and it will never ever happen again. That's the big fingers crossed. That's the big fingers crossed as well. And yeah, just and those of you who I don't know anybody personally who's done it. But if any of you who are my subscribers and you've seen it, I don't know if you've seen it from Facebook or something, but apparently in America, I don't know about here though, but some Asian Americans have been spat on, just because this is apparently where this particular nasty particular virus has come from. So please, if you do see this video, please don't do that. It's not necessarily those Asian Americans thought, because it may come, they may have had parents born in that country and stuff, and other things I'm not going to go into right now, but you all know history and political history and health and safety history and stuff like that. But please don't be negative just because of someone's skin, or the way their face looks, or their descendancy. It's it's not a nice thing to do. So please, if there are any of you out there who see this video and have been doing that, please stop doing it, because it is really negative, and I'd rather you were positive and just, and again, if you're going to go and spit on someone's face, that's not keeping the social distance, that's not and yes, I know there are obviously going to be some people out there who are going to break these rules, but they are important. So if you feel like you should break the rules, I mean, I felt like that at first, but I thought, actually, you know what, it's better to not do that and just conform with the rules. Just also please do keep to the rules, and please just be really, really positive, and just keep, as I said, keep to the rules. Excuse me. And you just be more kind and look out for each other, and be as positive as you can, guys, because that will also help, and it will help with people's attitudes as well. And just look out for, do everything with positivity. So that's all, all these lovely, loving, kind things to do, if you can. And hopefully, eventually, we will eradicate this really bad thing that's going on at the moment, and people can go back to some sort of normality and sanity, if there is ever such a thing in normal, so-called normal lives, when none of these bad things, when these bad things do not happen, these big bad things. And just kind of look after each other a little bit as well, and just to be as positive as you can, guys. And I know this is a sad time, it's a very scary time, and it's very, very easy to give in to negativity, but try your best to go, whack it away, go bye-bye negativity, go, no, I don't want you here, go away, go, just say to negativity, go away, I don't want you. As though, and imagine if you're, a parent with a child, and you have to punish that child by a quick spanking, flip around the ear hole or whatever it might, near, or quick spanking on the backside. Imagine you're doing, but you're bashing, you're pushing something away. So, but imagine in that kind of way, when parents have to push their children away because they're misbehaving, and they don't want to give those children attention. Imagine that's what this negative thing is, and any form of negativity at the moment. And even when this stuff blows over, also do that as well, guys. Because, if you just kind of imagine you're pushing the negativity away, it will go away, and it does. And it'll go back to wherever it's been sent from. And just say hello and very welcoming, and saying, oh, it's great to see you, when you get the positivity coming into you. And not just, as I said, during this time, but other times when you feel negativity is trying to come in and say, oh, hello, I want to be really nasty to you today, and I want to visit you and disencourage you. So, when positivity comes in and says, hello, I want to be encouraging to you today, welcome it in, gladly welcome it in. And anything like that, really, basically. And, please do stop, if you are in America, if you do live in America or Canada or anywhere else in the world where you have people who might be from origin China, Japan, or Hong Kong, or anywhere, or Korea, or North Korea, South Korea, or anywhere like that, and that side of the world, and their parents may have come from those places, but they were not born in that country, they were actually born in your country, then please do not go up to them and spit in their faces. Because really, seriously, if you want to be someone who wants to spread positivity, by doing that, you are not spreading positivity, you are spreading negativity. This is not a rant, this is just letting you know what you're doing, and that you need to stop it, guys. If you are someone who is doing that, please also stop it. I'm not saying any of my subscribers are like that. I don't know, because obviously I don't know my subscribers personally. So some of them I do, some of them I do not, obviously. And I don't obviously know you socially, some of you as well, or and I only know you really sort of technically free. So obviously I don't know who you all are, all 17 of you. I know who some of you are. I know who some of you are not, and the rest of you I don't know who you are, or at least not well enough to know you that you are not someone who's going to go and do that. But but please do everything you're advised to do with this in this current situation, and obviously try to have some enjoyment, but know that I am here for you if you want to talk on a spiritual level or any kind of level at all. Know that here, as a pagan priest effectively now, although I'm not ordained yet, although I will be self-ordaining, although I don't like those terms anyway, but anyway. I am here for you guys if you need any kind of spiritual guidance, or any spiritual healing. As I have told you guys in some other videos before, I am a spiritual healer, although I haven't actually been qualified yet, but I'm doing it on a spiritual level and offering you prayers, blessings, and any guidance you feel that you need from a spiritual perspective. I'm here for you guys, whether you're gay, bisexual, straight, transgender. I obviously don't know about some transgender issues, but from a spiritual point of view, I will give, it doesn't matter, even if you're not transgender, if you're binary like myself, or as I said, straight, or gay, or lesbian, or bisexual, or as I said, trans, or even non-binary, or intersex. I'm not really sure what intersex is, so if any of you see the video and you're like, I would like put positive comments again, please, guys, as well, just to remind you about positivity. And doesn't matter what you are, where you come from originally, whether you're Asian, you're African, you're American, you're African American, you're Asian American, you're English Asian, you're English African. Obviously I can't help you very well if you maybe speak Arabic, because obviously I'm afraid I do not speak Arabic. There are a lot of languages around the world some I've learned through in my schooling, and some obviously I can't remember what they all are, and obviously wasn't taught how to put sentences together in those languages, so I do apologise for my bad education. I would actually call it a bad education. But also, please also, but I will be here for you. Obviously, I can't help you if you're a Muslim, which is a follower of Islam, or Lam, whatever it's Arab's pronounced. I cannot help you if you're a Christian. I cannot help you if you're a Jew. And I cannot help you in spiritual matters if you are a Sikh or Baha'i, or I can help you maybe if you're a Hindu, if you're a pagan of any sort. Although obviously I will not use the same gods or goddesses that you use maybe, but I will welcome them in all the same, because they're all gods and goddesses, all deities are welcome in my home. But if it's a singular god or goddess only, then no. But if you have a pantheon or a multi-deity worshipping practice, then I'm very happy to help you spiritually, heal you, whatever it may be. And obviously, if you have some similar if you have mental health issues as well as I do as well, and I'll try and guide you as best I can and give you a spiritual perspective, maybe a better way to look at things. And also, I'm just here for everybody. I'm trying. Obviously, I want to be here for people, but obviously, I can't do live YouTube chats at the moment. I don't know how to do the live video YouTube chats at the moment. So this is as close as I can get. Obviously, I can do things on WhatsApp and Facebook through Messenger, Facebook Messenger, or another app similar to WhatsApp called Telegram. I think you can do video. I don't think you can do video calls on there, but I know you can do voice calls on all of these things. And I know on Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp you can certainly do video calls as well. So if you feel that a video call might help you, find me on Facebook. Not the channel name so I'm not on Facebook, but my profile picture is quite similar to this basically. So look for obviously not the staff not included, but the rest of it, all. I'm not doing it right now. This bit. So yes. So if you look for pretty much that kind of picture on Facebook, you will find me that way. I do not want to give up my proper full name here on YouTube. Excuse my stomach again. Because I just, I'm not going to, I don't want to open myself up for all sorts of negativity anyway, but just generally, but, if you think it would be useful for you to have some sort of spiritual guidance or healing or whatever you want to call it, and anything, and any sort of blessings bestowed upon you or anything, although through a video or a voice chat, or you just want to talk, I'm here for you. I will only talk to you, I'm afraid, in English though, because it's the only language I really know and can speak really well. But I will do my best to guide you. yeah, I'm not a psychic. Now, psychics are kind of spiritual guides as well. Not everybody believes in them or uses them, but there are ways to guide people, and obviously, hopefully, there will be some real, true, honest, genuine psychics out there who will probably, hopefully, do some very constructive videos through Facebook, maybe, which I know there's one channel here in the UK called Psychic Today. They do a lot of videos to do readings, and obviously, hopefully, they'll be doing that. A lot of the ones they do get in the studio, a lot of them, they don't always get them in the studio, but a lot of them do work from home and work in the studio. But obviously, under the current situation, that may have changed. So hopefully, a lot of them will be doing that obviously in their own homes. If you guys want to, I will perhaps maybe not do a reading for the current epidemic, but what's coming towards the end of 2019, 2020. Sorry, I'm nearly got the year wrong year, and what may be coming up perhaps maybe for 2021. I won't use tarot. I will not use tarot cards. I will actually use different similar tech called an oracle deck or oracle cards. It's one I've liked and like very, very much, and I will go into it probably if you want me to do those videos. But yeah, if you want me to do a private reading for you like that as well, through my oracle cards or a crystal ball reading, which is what I have on top of my staff, or perhaps maybe my own personal variation of the rune readings, or even if you want me to use tarot cards, which I will do that for you. But obviously I'll have to do it over a video kind of like type of call or voice call. And obviously, you know, if that's what you want from me, I will do that for you. But remember, I am not a psychic. I am a psychic, but I'm not a psychic in the sense I'm a psychic like the channel here in the UK called Psychic Today. Or previously Psychic TV, I think they were called. But anyway, but I'm here for everybody. If they, excuse myself again, if they want me to be, if you just want to talk about things in general. If you do want to talk about the current epidemic and how it's maybe made you a bit worried, maybe, or you're just not sure about the whole thing, if you're 18 or over, I am here for you. Obviously, if you want to talk about, you know, how you miss sex or something like that, and if you feel you need it but you can't have it at the moment, I can also talk to you about that. I can talk to you basically through this current time. I can talk to you about whatever you need to talk about. If you need to have someone to talk to, whether it's through a voice call or a video call, please let me know through my Facebook, as I've said, and I've told you what my profile picture looks like, so you can find me that way. You are very welcome to directly message me on Messenger, or as I said, WhatsApp, which if you ask me for my WhatsApp my number for WhatsApp through Messenger on Facebook, I will gladly give that to you. As long as you're genuine, I will be genuine to you, which I'm being by doing this video. And yeah, I'm going to hopefully start doing some spiritual healing properly now through this, and I hope it does heal people in a way. And I hope you all feel the positivity and the blessings of light, love, peace, and any other kind of blessings you want to take from this video. I will gladly let you take those if you wish. And yeah, and just really do, please really do. I'm going to emphasize this again, guys. Please, just, you know, be kind, be helpful, be loving, be peaceful, be lights in dark. You know, be lights in the darkness for each other. Okay, guys. And also, you know, just also make sure you all stay safe as well, guys. And that's all of us, because we're all in this together. We're all human beings. Whatever we believe spiritually or not spiritually, even if you're an atheist and you might feel you might want to talk to someone who is more spiritual than religious, maybe. I'm here for you as well if you really want to talk. So yes, I hope you are going to take something away from this video, feel more, and makes you feel like, you know, hopefully will make you feel maybe a bit lighter, I would say. And I hope that also this video kind of has helped people a bit. So yeah, and I hope you, as I said, the blessings I've already given you, all I want you to take. Whatever higher power or powers you might believe in. And just, you know, stay safe and be kind, and remember, we are all in this together. We are all you know, as I said, we are all human beings, so we all have to look out for one another and just constantly be positive to each other. And that's what I'm going to send you all, as well as the blessings of love, light, peace, and more positivity